Most who tried to bring religion to early Dodge were scared off by the rowdy buffalo hunter or cowboy. But one man of the cloth stuck to his guns and helped settle down wild and rowdy Dodge City. Despite his age and inexperience, or perhaps because of, he was one of the first ministers not to be scared out of Dodge or discouraged away by a cold reception from the ruffians. Wright had a good rapport with the locals. Ormond W Wright was born in Ackworth, New Hampshire in 1850. Arrived in Dodge City in early 1877 at the age of 26. Though he had graduated from Hamilton College in Clinton, New York in 1873, he was not ordained when he got to Dodge. On August 6, 1877, 4 visiting Presbyterian ministers ordained Reverend Wright at the Interdenominational Union Church. This church was built in 1874 or 75, preceding Wright's arrival at First Avenue and Spruce, north of the downtown. It cost $1,000 to construct and held at least 100 worshipers. Wright's ordination allowed him to establish and construct a new church. It was the first denominational church in Dodge City, which served the Presbyterian congregation. Though the Presbyterians placed the cornerstone for this church in 1878, it was not completed until 1880. After additions and renovations, this building was replaced by the current structure in 1924 at the same location at 803 Central Avenue. Much of Wright's support came from the shadier side of Dodge City. When he and his recent bride, Minnie B. Starr Wright, fell on hard times, the saloon keepers and working girls came up with a larder of groceries and $200 to tide the family over. Though the more transitory residents assisted Reverend Wright in the times of need, they did not maintain his cause. It was the permanent, God-fearing settlers who steadily attended services who kept the dream alive with their perseverance. Nonetheless, Wright was a man of great conviction, and like Jesus, he welcomed those of a less than pristine background into the faith. It was his ability to take things in stride and exhibit a sense of humor that helped him get along so well in Dodge City. In fact, the citizens here felt comfortable enough with him to include them in their practical jokes. In June 1877, his prize pony was stolen by the likes of Luke McGlue, Dodge City's infamous and fictitious prankster. Unaware it was a hoax, he could not be consoled. A deputy sheriff who was part of the practical joke told the Reverend that the culprit who stole his pony had been found and asked Wright whether the criminal should be shot or hanged. Momentarily, Wright struggled between the urge for revenge and his sense of Christian forgiveness. But the Reverend figured out quickly the crook was none other than Luke McGlue, and the pony was quickly returned. Wright's good-natured response earned him the admiration of the Dodge City gang. Reverend Wright stayed in Dodge City as Presbyterian pastor until 1882, when he finally burned out, and was placed in a private institution for health reasons. Within a couple of years, he recovered and continued his ministry in Barnagat, New Jersey, for 30 years. He died around 1936, at the age of 86.